Hi everyone.
Hi everyone.
I'm Salima.
I'm Zara.
This is my daughter. Welcome to this mom's kitchen. Today we're going to be making caramel pudding. Sometimes it's called caramel flan. Whatever you want to call it. It's a dessert that's easy to make. It's delicious and it's the perfect dessert to take to someone's house. So let's get started. Okay, so let me show you all the ingredients we need to make this delicious caramel flan.
Wait, Mom, you have to preheat the oven.
Good call, Zara. We do need to preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Good call. Anyways, let's get this show on the road. We're gonna need 2 eggs and 1 egg yolk. I have it here in this little measuring cup, so it's easy for me to whisk together. 1 can of evaporated milk and 1 can of condensed milk.
You'll also need 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 cup of sugar, and as much cardamom as you like. My mom really loves cardamom, so we put 3/4 teaspoon, but you can put more or less if you want.
All right, so before we get started, like I said, we're gonna use this little measuring cup to mix all our ingredients in, okay? Easy peasy. I'm gonna dump in the evaporated milk. And I like to give it a little whisk before I add the other ingredients, just because I like the eggs to be nice and broken up in there. That's it. You just keep mixing. Zara, you want to mix that for me?
Sure.
I love getting the kids involved in the cooking process. They get to learn. They get to make, all this yummy stuff with their parents. So get your kids in there and let them help. It's fun. Thanks, Zara. All right. So you see all the eggs are broken up in here. We're going to add in the condensed milk. Zara, can you grab me a spoon, please? So keep mixing because this is a little bit of a thicker mixture. So you want to make sure that it's in there really nicely. Get all that good stuff out of the can. And you know what? I'm going to save the can so I can lick it later. It's the best way to enjoy this little can of sweet goodness. Okay, let's get back to this. Mix it all together. All right, so Zara's gonna add in the vanilla extract and the cardamom. Cardamom. Okay, Zara, give that a good mix. So while Zara's mixing this, you're gonna need a little pot. I'll show you the size. This is the pot that I'm gonna be using. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take this cup of sugar and you're gonna put it in the pot and you're gonna put it on medium to low heat until it caramelizes. Once this is mixed, we're gonna go to the stove and get the sugar all nice and golden. Okay, so I have the sugar in the little pot here. The stove is on medium to medium low, and this takes a little bit of patience, so we're gonna just keep mixing the sugar. You don't need to add anything else in here, but you do need to keep a close eye on the sugar because it does burn fast. I'm gonna be back in a couple of minutes to show you what it should look like, and then we'll go over the next steps. Welcome back. It's about been 10 minutes now. This is what the sugar looks like right now. It's not golden like I wanted to just yet. Like I said, this is a process that requires a little bit more patience. This is the only thing that takes a little bit more time with this dessert. At this point, I do like to add in about a teaspoon of water just so I can get it a little more flowy. Just be careful. Keep mixing it. It's getting nice and brown and golden. You don't want to burn the sugar, and this also helps with decreasing the risk of the sugar burning. The water really helps with that, and you can see it's getting a little more flowy. I still want it to be a little more golden, so maybe a few more minutes, but the trick is to keep mixing. I'll be back in a couple of minutes and show you what this should look like. Okay, so we're at about a 15-minute mark. This is the color I like, a little bit of golden. Now at this point, turn off the stove and you're gonna work really fast. You need a 9-inch cake pan. You're gonna pour your hot mixture into the cake pan here. Keep that aside. And just take the pan and swirl it and make sure that the sugar, the caramelized sugar, is all underneath, okay? Now you're gonna keep this for a couple of minutes so it hardens. I'll show you again what this should look like. But in the meantime, we're gonna get back to the mixture, give it a little good whisk, and by then this will harden, okay? So let's get back to the counter. Okay, so the sugar mixture is hardened. Let me show you.
I think that's hard enough.
I think so too.
I'm gonna give this a quick mix before we pour it into the cake pan, just so all the cardamom can rise to the top.
Okay, so one little tip I can tell you is that you can do the sugar mixture or the caramelizing of the sugar before you mix in all these ingredients, just to save some time. It'll harden while you're mixing all this stuff, okay? So now we're ready to pour this in. I'm gonna grab this from you, Zara. Just leave that here. And if you can see this, you gently pour it over the caramelized sugar. And it should fit all the mixture into the pan. If it doesn't, it's okay, but mine did. All right, so it should look like that, nice and easy. You can also actually use a blender if you don't want to use a mixing bowl to whip up all the ingredients together, okay? So now we're gonna need like a big water bath. I like to do this step near the stove just so I don't have something so heavy to carry and prevent a potential accident from happening, because I can't.
That does happen sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it does. But let me take this to the oven and I'll be right back. So I'm just gonna prepare the water bath. I already put the cake pan into the bigger pan, and I'm just gonna dump the water in, maybe 2 to 3 inches. Not even all the way through. I think that should be good. And then we're just gonna put it in the oven and bake it for 55 minutes. So once that's done, I'll show you what it looks like, okay?
Welcome back, everyone. So we just took our caramel pudding out of the fridge. It's been in there overnight, and now it's time to flip it.
The best part.
Yep.
Okay, so what you're gonna do to flip this is you're gonna first find a plate that's big enough. I like to use a flat plate, and I just check by putting the plate over the cake pan, and it fits nicely with a little bit of room on the edges there, as you can see. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a butter knife and just go around the edges like this, gently. I know this is the moment of truth. It's always very stressful. I have had caramel puddings fall on the ground or not flip over properly, but I mean, that's okay, it happens. So what you're gonna do is gonna make sure your knife goes all the way down. Sarah, do you mind getting me a paper towel, please? Be very patient, okay? Try to loosen it up as much as you can. All the way down, okay? And all the edges. If you need to go around a couple of times, that's fine. You're just gonna wanna make sure that your knife hits the bottom of the pan. You can hear that? All right, here we go. This is the stressful moment.
Moment of truth.
Okay. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take the plate, flip it over, take a deep breath. Okay, ready? All right, here we go. Do we have it? Do we have it?
And we have it.
All right. You see that?
That looks delicious.
I love all the cardamom on the top because that's my favorite. Like I said, adjust your cardamom. This is going to someone's house, so we're not going to be digging in right now, but I'm so tempted. It looks so good. You have to try this recipe. You saw Zara make it too. You see how easy it is, right?
It is.
Try it at home. Tell me what you think. Tag me. Follow me on Instagram. Check out this video over and over again if you need to. Share it with a friend or family member. But you must make this caramel flan. You won't regret it, I promise. Take care.